and welcome to Infinite Adventures Podcas. Take one. Oh my god, yes. That is such a big point.
Because this guy here, I don't know what I'm pointing, Luca.
It's a podcast, not a video. And we're going to talk today about theme parks, I guess. Let's go get some pancakes. You kind of wobble and bash your head around.
Yeah, here we go.
It just is the best. The views and opinions of the host are strictly of their own and may not be 100% correct. Occasionally, strong language may be used.
Come to Pleasure Beach, everyone!
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Infinite Adventures Podcast, and we're going to be talking about our Blackpool trip, because this is our Blackpool special podcast, and we have a special guest today. Who's this?
It's Matteo Giacobbe.
Luca's brother.
So, we went on a trip to Blackpool, so did pretty much everyone in the UK, because it's the first place to actually open, and Matteo thought he'd come along.
Great experience.
So we'll start off by talking about Friday because, well, I mean, you weren't even there Friday.
You drove up 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
After college, which was 4:15, so I probably left at around 5:30.
I mean, we saw you after we had been in the pub for about 5 hours, and then we were on our way to another place.
Exactly, and you bundled my car and broke it a bit. It's alright.
So Friday we embarked on our what should have been 4-hour drive, ended up being 5 because of traffic and crashes and
if anyone goes up the M6,
northerner drivers,
don't read the signs, stick to the 2 lanes, don't go in the 1 lane.
Stupid roadworks.
50s everywhere.
We got there, we checked in into our very nice hotel.
We were on Big Blue.
We were on Big Blue. Matteo, where were you staying?
I was at a place called New Ocean. So
it was still under scaffolding, wasn't it?
Along the seafront. It was, well, me and my girlfriend had I'd say a very nice room, whereas the other two had a not so good room because our room was in the refurbished side, but still had a bit of scaffolding around it, so it was alright. But yeah, it's nice.
We were in the Big Blue, as we said. So were some people we knew, which we also went to Blackpool Tower Dungeon.
Yeah,
is that what it's called? Blackpool Tower Dungeon?
Blackpool Tower Dungeons. We went with Callum and Courtney
from Theme Park Banter. We went with Michael. We went with Lee, Craig, and another Michael, which was their friend. And
then as we joined the group, there was random other geeks there as well.
I mean, it was mainly us and a few others in the group. We were the last group through of the day, so it was like everyone kind of joined in, kind of thing.
Oh, there were Black Mamba jokes.
So many jokes.
Taking the mick out of people. It's just a geek joke thing.
Yeah, Blackpool Dungeons was good, to be fair.
Michael chickened out on the drop tower.
Yeah. I didn't even realise they actually had a drop tower because the other dungeons don't have any besides London.
No, it's an old school one that actually takes you up and drops you rather than...
It's quite forceful for a small one.
Didn't Michael have to deal with a little court case?
Oh yeah. So our friend Michael, he's a vegetarian, won't eat any meat.
If you don't know about dungeons, there's like each scene with an actor, and they basically pick someone out in each scene and kind of embarrass them, but for a joke.
Yeah.
And Michael got picked out for the court case.
Which wasn't a good one.
he was sleeping with a horse.
Yeah.
He had a stable relationship.
Bit of bestiality.
In my one, I got put in the torturer's chair.
Yeah, yes, you did. And your backside was the target.
Yep.
And apparently you enjoyed it too much.
Thank God I didn't go there.
He was flirting with the torturer.
Ooh. Apparently.
And the woman in the first room, you were flirting with the jester.
The woman was a torturer.
One of them was, yeah.
I would have been doing the same thing.
We also, like, to get to the Blackpool Tower Dungeons and Blackpool Tower, we had to get on the tram, none of us, like, out of 8 of us, that had never even been on the tram in Blackpool.
So we all pulled our cards out and we were like, yeah, ready to pay.
Just got on it thinking we could just scan a card or something like you would in London. No. Have you all got cash? No.
Good old Blackpool.
Cash only.
Cash only.
It feels like everywhere up north, like, is just behind in times.
Yeah.
Don't even know what a card machine is on the tram.
Yeah, let alone...
So we were scavenging for pennies.
I couldn't even get on the tram. I walked everywhere, guys. I went from Blackpool Pleasure Beach to our hotel, to the Pleasure Beach, to the hotel, to vote, go to a hotel, and only found out just about 3 minutes ago.
We'd literally just explained to him about the tram.
The tram was £1.85
to the Blackpool Tower.
We had money, and all the weight I've probably lost just from walking there. I'm not complaining because I probably didn't lose weight, but sometimes my legs were dead.
I mean, it was about a 45-minute walk from Pleasure Beach to the tower.
Yeah. And we did that how many times?
We did that 3 times on Friday.
10 to 15-minute walk just from my hotel to the beach, but yeah.
Yeah, so after the dungeons, we went back to the hotel and everything.
Got changed, charged your phone,
and
freshened
then
up.
Velvet coaster time.
Yep, and we took over the whole second floor.
So as people left, we just grabbed the table, merged it.
Everywhere you looked was enthusiasts. Yep.
I was not there because I don't think I'm much of an enthusiast.
Well, I mean, you weren't there on Friday for that point.
I
anyway.
was
You were
about
still driving.
Still
2 hours
two
away.
hours into the journey.
We were part of the Table 205 sesh.
Yep, shout out 205_sesh
on Twitter.
So we had a good night.
Oh, that was just mental. It was because these guys put their table number online and everything. It was just accept whatever drinks came.
We kind of didn't realise everything that come to the table was for someone of our group, but we didn't know who. So everyone just kind of picked up what got put on the table.
Oh, that pint, I'll have that. Why not?
That jug of whatever that is, yeah.
3 pints of milk. I wonder who put that there.
What was the jug? It was like a
Long Island
Island iced tea, and we got like 4 of them sent to us.
John from Instantly Inverted got
I would have liked
3 pints of milk
Yes,
delivered
he
to
did.
the table.
Yes.
We're not going to name any names who sent that.
But there is
Oh,
a
I wonder
certain.
who sent
There's
that.
some
I'm
theme park
pretty sure he
enthusiasts.
was at the theme park the next day.
He likes his milk.
Yeah.
And then we went out after that, so we had double the amount of drinks on Friday night.
We walked down the promenade
Again.
and then I actually found a cash machine that didn't charge.
Oh yeah, we found a free cash point.
It was like Halifax or something, and then we went
And
to
then
the
we
bar.
went to another club.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
why Blackpool has so many cash points, because you can't bloody use it around there. That's why they have that.
Yeah, but
And they
A
all
cash
charge
point
like
every
£2
turning.
to withdraw cash.
Exactly.
I'd like to point out we didn't use our cards and Weatherspoons anyway. It was a table number
Well, I mean,
and the app.
Yeah, all you need in Weatherspoons is your phone and a table.
Exactly.
That's it.
Down straight.
If you were to look at Luca's emails now, it's
Ridiculous.
like hundreds.
Spoons has gone to town on Luca's emails.
And then we went back to the hotel, and before we knew it, it was Saturday,
Yeah,
opening day.
Yay.
We started the day off with a lovely.
Full English in the hotel.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to mention something else, but
Oh.
yeah, we started the day off with a nice buffet breakfast in the Big Blue.
Yeah.
Where did you go for breakfast?
I had a lovely, fat, full English breakfast.
At
The Velvet Coaster.
Weatherspoons.
Weatherspoons.
And then we made our way to the park entrance, where we were greeted with a lovely opening ceremony from Amanda Thompson.
Ooh! Pleasure Beach, everyone.
Come to Pleasure Beach.
Which it started off the day all right. It means people weren't bundled up by the doors, like squishing each other.
Well, they had pyrotechnics, confetti.
Confetti cannons, the icon music came on.
At this moment, I have just made the biggest mistake of my life of ripping off the sticky part to the back of my wristband, meaning the whole wristband was now sticky and it was now ripping off my hairs on my wrists. I'm in a lot of pain.
And then
We-
they opened it at half an hour early.
Yeah, so the park
10:30.
was supposed to open at 11 and we got in at 10:30, which was a bonus, I guess. Nothing was open at 10:30 besides
only
Icon.
So we got an Icon. It's all lovely.
Where did you go? Did you come to Icon first?
Yeah, he came with us.
Yeah, I did,
So we all went to Icon first, bearing in mind that that was the one ride that was actually open on time.
Other people waited like 2 hours to get first train on the big one.
Big one didn't open till 1?
Yeah,
12,
something like
1,
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember. So yeah, we went straight to Icon, which was actually open, and got a ride in, which was alright.
I mean, I was on the back row.
It was running a bit slow, but it does in the morning, and it was the first time it had riders for like God knows how many months.
Since November, yeah.
Yeah, I felt alright. Ish.
Where did we? We come off Icon. We went to the kids' wooden coaster.
Yeah,
didn't
the
we?
blue flyer.
Oh.
We went to go on Nick Streak, but it hadn't opened yet, so we took the next best option.
Can
which
I
was
just
walk
say,
on.
me and my mate found it's quite funny that we would get on this small wooden coaster and try and sit in the same car. That was probably one of the biggest mistakes
We
of my
told
life.
you it's a
Bearing
row
in
each.
mind, everyone sat one row each
Each.
because this thing is tiny.
And there's me sitting there with me and my mate in the same one, and I swear to God, we couldn't move our knees. I was stuck with my knees apart, and he was stuck with his knees in the corner. So I was like,
I did
I'm
wonder who was
so
the two
sorry.
sat together in like my GoPro footage. I was like, who the hell is that?
Yeah, it was ouch. It looked terrible, and it was quite a painful one because obviously wooden rides are very rickety. So.
Oh, that's
yeah, for a kids coaster
and
as well.
a kids coaster. Even though when it went through that little like dark place, I was like, "What?"
That's like the tunnel.
I didn't listen. Had my hands up, so I almost hit my hand on the top of the tunnel. So probably could have stopped the ride with my hands, but
Mate, I just wanted it to stall or something like that with
It would have
a
been
train full
funny.
of adults.
After that, we decided to go
Wallace
to
and
Wallace
Gromit.
and Gromit, which was a treat.
The blur wasn't working on the ends.
Some of the stuff wasn't working. The rocket didn't lift up.
my favourite part. Lucky I greased those bearings. The little launch inside is, you know, that little...
No, the best
Oh,
part.
I've heard you got a spot of rabbit bother.
yeah, that's one of my favourite
No, the best part is when the woman sat on him. Ooh, ooh.
Nah.
It's so dodgy.
And as well, in the window, the light wasn't on where Gromit's normally sat.
Oh, the
Oh,
3D
in the
glasses,
rocket,
yeah.
And the 3D glasses were working.
No, it weren't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it weren't.
They weren't for my car.
I didn't think they did with us. Well,
Well,
we
they
were
was
right in
for
the
our
front.
car, 'cause
so-
I pointed them out to Helena.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't see him.
Of course,
Look
he
at-
says he's not a geek.
Pointing out the effects, aren't we?
Nah, pointing out this. No, because I do like the Wallace and Gromit ride, but you know, one of my favourite rides.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still fun. At least it was running.
I actually can't remember what we went. Oh, we went to Big One after that, but by this
Yeah.
time, the Big One had actually opened
The funniest day.
on one train.
One train operation.
Oh,
Sending it out, taking 5 minutes to get out.
bearing in mind, like the exit queue was so long as well.
Every 3 trains was an
Yeah,
exit
but-
train.
As well, we always have to be right next to the lift hill. Then someone's a complete moron decides to stick his arms and touch the outside of the Pepsi can, which the train goes through, and guess what? The train stops
on the
And-
bottom of the
Oh,
lift.
on
on
the
the bottom of
lift.
the lift, and everyone just goes.
About an hour's worth of queue just goes. Oh.
Yeah, but Malcolm was on it.
People we know were on the train, which was
Yeah.
quite funny because they were just sat there stuck.
Clap,
And-
clap, clap,
and-
clap, clap.
And at the
to
time,
that
who was
guy.
in the exit? I'm single, ladies.
Michael
Oh, what a lovely, lovely time to see him dabbing at the exit one.
He was teasing us because he'd just got off.
I've just got off the white.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
like,
we've still
whatever.
got another 45 minutes of queue and all that zigzag inside the station.
Luckily for us, we didn't do the down and back by the bottom of the lift. The
Yeah, so
extension.
it was about an hour, I'd say.
Yeah.
We had to wait for it, which was not the best, but
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, me waiting, I was like, yeah, an hour of just queue.
Yeah, but-
Where's my friend and my girlfriend? As we got closer to the front of the queue, the fear was growing. You know,
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared, as they were saying, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we got there, oh, I'm not sure about it. And I was like,
I mean,
yeah, told
I,
you.
mean, I was sat with Michael, and Michael was fine up until the moment we started going up
See,
the lift.
I wish I had been on that train. Just
Oh
to
Just to
no,
see
we're
Michael.
getting high
He was
now.
like- he was
yeah, we're not even halfway yet,
possibly
mate.
be this high.
It was like, how high is this thing?
Oh yeah, the signs. I was just reading them up. 100 foot, 150 foot. Oh no, we must be near the top now.
No.
No, not even halfway yet.
That
You,
guy
you
is
guys
so
got
funny.
you guys got mugged off though. When we got off, you were meant to be on the train after
Mm.
us, and then they just let
Two more trains actually.
exit trains.
Two fast track trains in front after you guys.
Yeah.
So you were 3 trains after us. You should have
And
been
then
one
as
after.
we come up the station, I just see Luca with his smiley face recording us going around that corner where I thought the ride was actually going to fly off the track. It was so rickety.
A wild mouse corner on a road.
Yeah, exactly.
Normal
I was
ride.
like, wow. And then after that, when the ride actually ended, I actually looked back at the two girls, and both of them had tears running down their face.
It's a boring ride. After the first drop, it's just like cool.
It's fast and that's it.
Yeah,
No,
and a bit
the
bumpy.
two girls behind us had never been on it, so hence why I looked behind and I was like, yeah, see how they fought. Then just see tears running down their eyes. Yeah, it looks like they enjoyed it.
That was, yeah. At least we got on it for.
And at that point, that was when everything was closed. When we got
by the
off.
time we got off the big one, Icon had shut for the day.
Season again.
Icon had shut for the day.
Icon had closed for the day.
Skyforce.
Revolution hadn't even made it back to the station. It was just stopped out front.
Skyforce was shut.
Which I was okay with because I've had my past experience on Revolution.
Grand National had closed by then. I think it was only open for half an hour.
It did actually open on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, for like half
Yeah,
an
exactly.
hour. Yeah.
Every time we went over there, it was closed, but apparently it was open.
Grand National is one of my favourite rides.
No, it's not. It's
And
horrible.
It's one of my favourite
And
rides.
Valhalla was broken at the time.
Yeah.
And Wallace and Gromit even broke.
I didn't mind it. Valhalla was closed.
Valhalla's great. I got a ride on it at the end of
That's
the
the
day.
ride for the summer.
You get absolutely soaked.
To be fair, for
That's
Blackpool, the weather is what, like 12
Oh,
degrees?
yeah, yeah.
It's sunny on the Saturday, really nice.
Yeah, nice weather. I wasn't
Take your
expecting
coats up and didn't even use them the whole weekend.
Yeah, I took my coat to the Pleasure Beach and I was like, yeah, it's going to be cold. And I was carrying my coat round the whole day.
Oh yeah, the F1 thing broke down as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
little
driving.
cars,
Yeah.
Autopia thing.
Yeah.
The little car ride that's next to Icon.
Oh,
About 4 of them were just stuck in a
Grand
row.
Prix.
Yeah, that
that's it.
thing, yeah.
it's so funny how I remember the name and you two don't.
I don't, yeah.
I've never been on it.
I've never really
Every
been.
time I've been, it's been closed or it's just got
we
such
went
a long
past
queue.
it when we went to Wallace and Gromit and I said, let's go on it. And you were like,
Oh no, the
long
queue
Yeah.
was...
You said, Sam, you said long queue, then Luke went, no, it's not, it's only there. And you said no.
Yeah,
I was like,
that
I've
was
never
because
been on
we
it.
were getting on the big one before the queue was 2 hours
We saw the
long.
big one running, so we were like, we're going back there.
Yeah.
How many times was the big one broken down that day?
Well-
and you wanted to wait longer for it?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Oh well, they are old rides, so you've got to give them their time. But they've had plenty of time to give themselves time. They shouldn't leave testing to that day.
No, apparently everything tested the week of opening.
Yeah.
Like from the Monday
Which is
onwards.
The only thing that
What
tested
sh-
like before was Nick Streak, and
Yeah.
even that opened late.
And that's just something you don't do.
I mean,
at all.
and this opening weekend was a weekend later than usual as well. So
Yeah.
they had an extra week compared to normal. So it was a bit unreliable. Oh dear.
Then
Then it was lunch.
lunchtime, we went to Coasters. I don't know where you fucking went.
We joined
You went
in.
to go get your pass.
Yeah,
printed.
because I got a platinum pass.
Can I just say, Coasters is actually a nice restaurant, but to have Mr. what's his name walk in and go,
Oh,
yeah,
Sean, yeah.
yeah, and then I thought, are these people fans or what? Can you just let them have dinner?
There was a
Sean?
group of
Come on.
fans like sat at a table, and like someone else was sat near them,
Yeah.
and Sean was kept running in and like having photos with them, and the kids were fine, but the parents looked so angry that their meal was being interrupted by Sean.
No, actually, that's half true because the parents were sitting there. Then, as we looked at this other table, this man ran out, literally sitting there eating his lunch, got up, got his phone, ran out, and got a picture with him, with his family and his wife. His wife is sitting there like with her arms out, like what the hell?
I noticed there was also Mr. Nick Hudson there, and also Steve Worthington and that lot.
Yeah, Blackpool.
Steve Worthington, shout out.
You can't
Yeah.
go. You can't go to opening weekend and not know people because everyone goes.
I do like Coasters. It's just I think Lee wanted a fish and chips or something. So
Yeah, Coasters is weird. It's like a sit-down restaurant with a mix of fast food. So food can take long, which in our case it did take a longer.
they don't even do normal burgers, do they? It's like
Well, I think it's Mexican style because it was like burritos, fajitas.
the ribs there are nice. I love the ribs.
It's a nice
I
place
can't
to
even
eat.
pronounce what I had. Quesadillas.
Quesadillas.
Oh my god, I said it right. Quesadillas. They were nice.
And I would say go to Coasters, sit there, sit on the balcony, have a nice view of Icon. It was broken
For the rest of the day.
for the rest of the day.
Oh no! It did run, but rolled back about 50 times.
Actually, to be fair, nah.
Me and John from Instantly Inverted come up with
Asda.
Icon had more rollbacks than Asda, which I think was quite funny.
It was just like
Ooh.
record it, roll back, record it, roll back.
Nah, but we did have a lovely good noise to our lunch and that was the sound of Big Dipper going up and down the hills, which is probably one of the most annoying sounds ever.
which also kept breaking down on the lift hill.
Only on Saturday. Sunday it was fine.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we had the view of Big One, the incoming to the station of Icon.
If it was running.
Yeah, if it was running, which it didn't, and we got 0 times it coming round, and the roar of Big Dipper up and down the hills.
It was at this point where you lot went to Valhalla.
Yeah, well,
I
I
think.
got a pint first and I had that nice wild berries.
Yeah, I had that with my lunch.
Which was very
and
nice.
we went to Big Dipper.
But Big Dipper was running 2 trains.
So the queue for Big Dipper wasn't too bad,
What, 15, 20 minutes?
but the ride was exceptionally rough.
Wait,
I don't think I've ever been on Big Dipper and it been that
A
bad.
thing that happened when we were going up the lift hill, and this is probably one of the funniest moments I've heard Michael say something, was when we were going up the lift hill, and it stopped because obviously the other train was going, hadn't finished getting round.
Hadn't completed the circuit yet.
It just halfway up the lift hill stopped, and then rolled back 2 centimeters onto the anti-rollback system, and you hear Michael say, "I think I just shit myself." It's probably one of the funniest things, because obviously Michael's a funny guy, so here's another funny thing.
Oh, look, a dog.
And then he was sat on the right hand side of the car, so he didn't realise that when we went round the tight turn at the top that he was right on the edge.
So he gets...
Oh no!
I wonder if one day if that's going to come off the track.
And then we went
Most
down the
probably
drop,
cares.
which was rough, and then we went round the rest of the ride, which was rough. But you can't help but laugh because all you see in front of you and behind you are people's heads and bodies just bobbing up and down
Oh.
the whole way round because the seats are
That's
so
hurt my-
padded.
that
So you're
ride-
like boom, boom, boom,
That
boom,
ride
boom.
has hurt my nuts before. It's painful.
That's when we were in the queue for Infusion.
Oh yeah, these guys
After that, yeah. So we
these
come
guys
off. We come off Big Dipper and Michael was complaining how rough it was and we were laughing. And then we went to Infusion.
How long did you queue for Infusion?
An hour and a half.
Probably
for-
one of the most longest
For a
queues.
Infusion.
Vekoma SLC.
Bearing in
queue,
mind,
90
Infusion
minutes.
is the hero of Blackpool because it didn't even close once, both days.
It ran
perfectly fine, but only had one train built. The
first
second
time
train's
I
not
went
even
on that,
built yet.
mate, the first time I went on that, I literally thought my body was trying to give myself a heart attack because of those metal poles. The second time wasn't as bad, but the first time, those poles just get you so worried that you're going to hit your feet.
And the fountains.
And the fountains, oh mate. Now I wonder why the person from the Specsavers advert went, "What cheese was that?" 'Cause it's a different class.
Infusion was
Yeah.
running better this opening day as well. It wasn't as rough as it can be, which was good.
Yeah, 100%.
we
Didn't like waiting an hour and a half for it though.
we
It
waited.
was on one train.
We waited over an hour for Valhalla because it was meant to be on 8 boats, and they were like, "We want to take a boat off," because they kept crashing. So
rolling back down the lift.
So they went around the corner, went engaged with the lifts. Either it gets stuck at the bottom of the lift, at the top, or just wouldn't engage with the lift. It would roll back, and the next boat would hit into it. So they,
Valhalla's like a log flume, but
built by Intermin.
inside.
There's still an Intermin panel, and it just they were like, "Oh, we've got to take the boat off now," which delayed it even. It shut down like 4 times while we were.
I mean,
queuing
I
for
don't
it.
think we didn't come out. We come out at roughly the same time.
Yeah,
So you must have queued an hour and a half for Valhalla as well.
Yeah, because we
We
did it
got
about the same
off
time.
Infusion and met up with you. So
Yeah, we all got off our rides about 5 to 5.
Actually, no, I remember getting off. Where was it?
Well, we saw Luca by Wallace and Gromit. We were walking up that way from Valhalla.
Actually, no, it was Luca got onto Infusion, and then that's when we also had to wait again for the fast
exit. Yeah.
And then I just get a text from Luca, "See you in Wetherspoons." I'm like, "Oh, fair enough. Don't want to wait." So we just get on and walk back.
I mean, we had to go meet someone.
We were with Pleasure Beach Experience.
So we were then going to our Icon ERT, which had been cancelled.
And this is why I don't get Pleasure Beach. Icon, there was like 90 of us booked on the event based on 2 trains on Icon, so we could get like 4 rides each. They wanted to give us Steeplechase, which had 6 horses running on 2 tracks.
But the
For
management
90
hadn't
people.
even decided what we were getting because by the time we got there, Revolution and Steeplechase still had a queue.
Yeah, and it was 20
then
past 5.
There was about 5 managers waiting outside Big One to make a decision, and then they just said screw it and gave us Revolution.
But we nearly
Steeplechase.
got Big One.
Nearly, but it still had a long queue, so we would have had to wait a long time.
From our room, we saw Big One still running at 7. The park shut at 5.
Yeah.
The whole queue was full at close.
So we had that. We went on Revolution and then decided we're going to go get prepared to go to the pub.
Because we knew, again, once we enter that pub, we're staying.
So we went back to our room, charged
our phones.
Went to the Velvet Coaster for the second time this weekend.
And once again, we claimed the full upstairs.
The whole upstairs, we pulled all the tables together, so it was one big horseshoe of tables.
So before our group arrived, it was one long table. We made a second long table, and then we just joined it as a U.
So that was cool.
And no one was going to the bar either. So they had one person on app and one person on bar, and no one was going up to the bar.
Everyone was ordering drinks for each other. Everyone was cool.
I think the Saturday night in Spoons was more fun because people were.
There was more people there as well because people obviously had been at the park.
Yeah.
And everyone was trying to get over such a bad opening day.
And people were chatting more instead of just going, "We're going to get shit faced." Everyone was just chatting more on the Saturday,
as well as
still
consuming a lot of drink.
Again, you should see Luca's emails. It's great. I think I must have spent over 80 quid in spoons alone over the weekend.
If you had anyone that went on like Snapchat or Instagram, you would have seen videos or pictures of people just drinking and drunk and waddling.
Shout out to Alan the Alien. He was a great company for the weekend.
Did you see the Alan the Alien?
No.
The inflatable.
Someone had like a balloon with like alien.
He's now got his own Twitter account as well.
Alan the Alien's got his own Twitter.
Yes, he has.
Oh my god. A balloon has got his own Twitter.
What, did we have table 205 as part of our conglomerate on the Saturday?
I mean, we weren't sat on it. We sat 216.
Yeah.
Because that was at the time closest to the bar, but none of us were going to it. But it became part of the overall shape in the end because it was in the corner.
But no, Saturday night was fun.
Yeah.
I was in Spoons downstairs.
He came up a few times.
Mm-hmm.
He avoided us.
No, I didn't avoid you.
Didn't want to be upstairs with that much noise.
Enthusiast talk is too much for me.
We were barely. It was more slagging off Pleasure. We were barely talking about geeky stuff, were we?
Not really. It was more making jokes about Icon rolling back.
It was John just constantly shouting Mac and like Europa Park and things like that.
So that was good.
Yeah. Some people went to Pop World.
Yeah, we didn't. What?
Chandler.
Nicole,
Shout out,
Ricky.
Special shout out to Chandler. I would like to say.
Okay.
After finding out what he got up to, the lucky guy.
Chandler had a great time at Pop World.
Then it was. What time did they kick us out? About 12.
So 11 o'clock they shut upstairs and said we're shutting this bar. You've all got to move downstairs. And when we all moved downstairs, they then complained there was too much noise downstairs.
Bearing in mind the whole content of upstairs has now invaded the downstairs bar.
They threw about over 100 of us downstairs as a one big group, and they didn't expect us to make any noise. I think I only had another pint or two after that
I
downstairs.
can't remember what I did after that.
You were gone at that point. You were sat outside the front for a while.
I remember going outside talking to Nicole's boyfriend.
The French one, yeah.
Yeah.
Need some air.
And then I remember walking back, taking forever.
You walked back.
Callum.
You walked back with like Callum and Courtney because I stayed and I was with like Nick Hudson and like Chris and Nikki Heath and all that downstairs.
Yeah.
So it was a laugh. The Saturday definitely was, and other people were deciding what to do on the Sunday. Some people said we're doing water park. Some people said we'll go back. Some people just wanted to go home.
Yeah, and then we kind of made a decision that we'll give it another try.
We said, yeah, why not? Sunday can't be as
We
bad.
had tickets anyway. You didn't, did you?
No way.
No way. I mean, we were staying because we stayed in the Big Blue. We had a park view room, so we could see that rides are actually running before the park opened.
So Luca went for a crap, and I just shouted across the room, "Luca, Icon's just tested," and he was like, "What?"
After it had been closed for 3 hours.
I literally saw it going round, and I couldn't believe it. And I think that helped make my decision to go on park.
Yeah.
And then we used our little special VIP entrance.
Yeah, we have a little entrance
From the restaurant downstairs in the Big Blue. There's an entrance there.
That was cool.
But they didn't check our tickets. They just let us in.
That's strange.
They saw our wristbands and just let us in.
That's what I mean. So if I stayed in your hotel, I could have just gone in with you.
You still need a wristband to scan.
Well, as
for the
long as you
rides.
had a wristband for rides, they didn't check our entry tickets.
Oh.
That was a bit weird. But
I think because they don't have a scanner there, do they? A turnstile
No.
or whatever. But no, it was nice popping in that way, and then again there was a massive queue outside the big one waiting to go on that, and we said no, we're going to go straight to Icon.
Well, we were making jokes of let's go on Icon before it closes, and it didn't even run for an hour.
It's 45 minutes around. It opened at 2 minutes past 11 and shut by 11:50.
And that was when we regrouped with the bigger group.
Yeah, so I'm glad we got that ride on in the morning.
Yeah. I don't even remember what we actually did that day after that. Because I remember we went on Big One, and then I have no clue what we
After
actually
Icon
did.
and Big One.
Yeah.
We sat around outside Icon just taking the piss out of it.
We sat with Dean Johnson for a while.
Yeah.
Dean Johnson, boom, closed.
I'm surprised he was definitely there.
So just for the record,
Oh, he was having a great time.
So Matteo came upstairs in Spoons, and we were sat on the same table, like a few seats from Dean. And he went, "Is that? No way! Is that?" And he's like proper fanboying over Dean. He was like, "That's the guy." And he said, "I don't remember his name, but it's Boom Closed guy."
Nah, because basically when I was in Alton Towers, I was about to leave because who did I go there with?
Some of your mates.
It was.
Drum roll, please.
I don't know who took me there.
I don't know.
For the purposes,
It wasn't with us.
for the
it was with
purposes
your
of this
mates.
podcast, with some mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some mates, and we had to go. And then I found that he was there again, and I was like, "Oh my god, can you do it?" I got a video of it on my phone somewhere. Him doing it, and he said, "I want a coffee," and looked at the sign and goes, "Closed." Boom, no coffee or something like that. I'm like, oh,
Ran out of coffee,
Ran out of
so we
coffee.
have no option but to close.
oh, what a guy that.
But with Icon, it was boom, half closed, not quite closed.
Shut the shutter on the train
Sorry,
closed. And at the front you had the big door.
No,
Clearly wanted you to look get on your hands and knees and look if you could see anything under there.
well, we joined up with like Amelia on that lot. And we did like Big Dipper, Infusion.
At this point,
Yeah.
they had been stuck on the Pleasure Beach Express for 45 minutes with the train wheels just spinning,
Yeah.
not going anywhere, which I found hilarious. Not even in a nice place either. It was like by Infusion.
We
and
really
Big
didn't
Dipper.
go on that much, did we? We were just chatting to everyone.
No, we didn't. No one got on a lot really, unless you were picky with what you wanted to go on. You could probably marathon Alice if it managed
Yeah.
to stay open for a bit. Even that broke at one point.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
Alice, that's hidden. I swear that is
It's
hidden.
round by Grand National. Oh, we were stood outside Grand National for ages.
Oh, we tried. Yeah.
Because they took the sandbags out. We were like, come on.
And then the brakes kept making this noise.
You've just ear raped everyone.
No, it's not too bad, look.
And then Icon reopened at about 2:30.
Oh, we found a place on Park that served halloumi fries.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Halloumi fries.
By Infusion,
By
there's a fry
Infusion, there was a
stand.
place that just sold fries, but they had halloumi fries as well.
And
I'll have to try that.
you saw them, they literally put the strips of cheese
There was
in the
so
fryer.
many, it was so good.
You got about 12, didn't you? It's like,
And then
It should be fried.
we have
It's
what
loads.
we made a group chat when we got there.
table 205 sesh.
And because obviously everything was broken, we renamed it Blackpool
Blackpool.
Unpleasurable Beach instead of Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Beach.
And John from Instantly Inverted put in the chat that Icon had just rolled back.
And we were like, nah, that's a video from the day before.
And we thought he was memeing us with a video, from the day before. Until we saw it, like, from across, like, over Infusion and Big Dipper.
Yeah,
we
we
could
were like,
just about
oh,
make out the top
okay.
of Icon. And we saw it going round and we were like, oh, Jesus!
And at this point, we were about to leave the park.
Yeah, so we were trying to make a decision. You had already gone home by this point.
On my Sunday, I decided to wake up and I was like, nah, no Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
No Blackpool
no,
today.
Yeah, no, definitely not. After my first day of experience, I was like, no way am I going back there. And wasted my money on that again. So I decided to go with my friends for a nice walk. Go to one of the piers where there was someone. First of all, this was ridiculous from this guy. Asked me where I'm from. This was one of those. This is where one of those
Game stand.
Yeah, duck hooking games, and goes, "Where are you from?" I should have just said
Blackpool.
Say London,
I should-
London.
No. You shouldn't say London, because I made the worst mistake of saying London, Windsor. And this guy went, oh, a lot of money then. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. This guy was like, oh yeah, I'll win you a nice present for £4 to £5. Like, so you basically, I could go to a shop and get a teddy for about £2-3.
So he upped the price.
He upped the price just because I was from Windsor.
Scam of Blackpool.
Scam. So if I said, "Oh, I'm from Blackpool," oh yeah, you do it for £1. Probably. That is ridiculous.
There you go, guys. Top tip from Matteo.
Don't say you're from a poor part of the.
Don't go to the seaside games.
Don't go.
After that, we decided. Well, you had gone home.
You left.
Yeah.
We got on Icon when it reopened, which was
3 times.
Priority so
passes.
we had priority passes because the previous day was so poor.
So we didn't keep making queue it, and then
we went on it 3 times in the space that some people that we knew were in the queue once.
And then we just stood at the exit saying, "How long before it shuts down? Come on!" And you could hear with one of the trains as it launched
was making strange noises,
like a bang on the brake fins. And it was just, and then some of our friends were just in the queue and they shut it again.
Whoa. They were in the queue and the music went off.
Yes.
And that's when you know that it's closed.
They just turned the music off and we were at the top.
Everyone looks at each other like, oh, fuck's sake. And then
we just burst out laughing. And
they kicked everyone out and shut the doors.
And we filmed them shutting the doors and went, "Closed." Because we'd already been on it, we were just taking the piss. People didn't appreciate that. Even the staff laughed.
God, I did not waste my money on that Sunday.
We got the money back because we got a free return ticket.
That's what I mean. I'm trying. Still, I got a fish and chips.
Seaside fish and chips.
Seaside fish and chips weren't actually that good. But you know what? On that Sunday, I had that fish and chips in Blackpool. And then I wasn't impressed. No, you're by the seaside. You expect them to have good fish and chips.
Where did you go?
It is Blackpool. I'm not going to lie.
This joint was so bad. And I swear to God, we saw these girls. The girls had basically looked like a pair of Watsits.
What?
A pair of
Fake tan?
Fake tan everywhere. They were disgusting.
Mate, you should have gone to Pablo's.
Yeah.
It's just down from Pleasure Beach. That is the place to go for fish and chips.
But the thing is, we went to this place and they were so bad, and I felt like I owed myself. So as soon as I got home, do you know what I said to my dad? I went, "We are having fish and chips from that restaurant down there, nothing else." So I was so let down by that.
I know which one you mean. Yeah,
that one down there is so good. So I thought I'm definitely having the fish and chips when I get back to Windsor because I was so let down by the one from Blackpool. It was literally just the tiniest bit of fish, and the fish didn't even fill the batter. There was a space.
So you got scammed twice, basically.
Yeah.
So basically, he went out of the tourism zone, the main tourism zone for Blackpool, and got scammed.
Yeah, basically. By him, and then I got the one by the person with the flipping awful stand that looked terrible. Yeah, 100% you could win a prize that easy, because all of the ducks were touching each other. It wasn't like a big pool where they were flirting around. They were all touching each other. This stall was so small. It was ridiculous. You would have, by making this a challenge, you would have to bend over the store and try and get one to make. That would be the challenge, because it was ridiculously small. It'd be so easy. I suppose like £4. I might as well just buy it off you, mate. I'm not gonna lie. What's the point in doing that?
Can I just have the prize instead?
Literally, you might as well just give me the prize. I'm gonna win that anyway. This guy was going, "Go on, let me win you a prize." And like, by you saying "let me win," like you're just wanting my money. But you're putting this there for my entertainment of trying to win a prize, when you are standing there knowing I'm going to win a prize, knowing like 100%.
Oh, give it another go. You can pay another £5.
Give it another go. So this guy probably wanted me to spend what? By him saying, if I did do it, I would have won the prize. Give it another go. I would have spent £10 probably
on a teddy.
2 teddies that I bet you, if I had got unstitched and had rubbish put inside them and not proper like filling, so I probably would have got home arm would have probably unstitched itself and broke.
Do you know where we went?
Can you guess where we went after Icon shut again?
We kind of decided to leave the park at that point because
Oh.
nothing decent was open.
I'm pretty sure 4 o'clock.
I'm pretty sure you told me this because I'm pretty sure Luca's emails would have been blasting again by any chance.
We
Where
made
did we go?
Another
Another trip to
spoons.
the Velvet Coaster.
Yeah.
We left the park about 4 and we were like, right, we were instantly inverted, and the guys from Scare Track,
Yes, check them out.
Check them
Scare
out.
Track Podcast
their podcast very good for the
and
scare
Instantly
industry.
Inverted on YouTube and Facebook, Twitter,
And then
Instagram.
James from Theme Park Guide as well. We all met in the Velvet Coaster.
For lunch, dinner. Well, I'd say it was more likely
Snacky.
kind of lunchy dinner and drinks again.
I-
So the third day in a row that we've ended up in
I was
Spoons
driving.
on the same floor.
Wow.
We found a table we didn't know existed, a little booth one in the corner.
Yeah. And we had a few drinks. We
Had dinner.
and we were there from 4 till 7. I want to say.
I reckon it was about 6. Because we got back
I
here.
had already left at this part.
You were pretty much home.
I was home. I left at 1 o'clock, quarter past.
I think we left
1.
Spoons at 6:30. Bearing in mind the park closed at 5, so we left at 6:30, and we've left the park itself at 4.
And the big one.
And the big one was still running, and so was Infusion.
And you could still see people on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
When we drove out
We
of
were
Big Blue,
walking down towards our hotel where the car was parked, and the Infusion and the big one still had people on it.
That's what you would do though, wouldn't you? If you were a proper enthusiast, you would.
if I didn't have the drive home, I would have queued.
Yeah, if I was staying another night, maybe.
But the Saturday
but
night we
no.
couldn't do it for Big One because we had the ERT, and then the Sunday I was driving.
That's what I mean. I feel sorry for both of them because you got this extended bit thing for Icon, which I definitely wouldn't mind getting. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think Icon's a good ride, but
Half an hour on Icon when there's only like 60 of you riding it. Yeah,
exactly. That's like how many people does Icon seat?
20.
I don't know.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. 20 people and 60 of you to get through in half an hour. That's calm.
That's like 3 rides
Actually,
each at least.
exactly.
Actually, it might be
At
60.
least.
Because it might be 4 cars.
I
On it.
don't
But
know.
would you pay? How much did you pay for it?
I
It
don't know.
worked out about 20 quid or so.
Yeah, but that's alright. Wouldn't like
Yeah,
I
for
mean-
Icon.
Yeah,
If
if
not
I-
for Steeplechase.
not for
Steeplechase and Revolution.
No way. See, is that all? So what? You didn't even do Icon. I forgot about
It'd
that.
be
You
closed,
didn't-
yeah.
you didn't do Icon.
It closed,
No,
so
they-
they
you
had to
asked your money
change.
back.
They're not giving it.
Well, I mean, Pleasure Beach issued anyone that had a bad experience, which was pretty much everyone,
Return
with
risk.
a
Everyone,
return
but
visit
that
and
whole
priority
day.
pass.
So Saturday they couldn't make their mind up what they were going to do. For some people they said no refunds. Here's a day ticket. For other people they actually gave full refunds.
And then, if you didn't get a refund, you'd basically just be given tons of priority passes.
Yeah,
which
like,
is what we were
they ran
given,
out. They had so many priority passes given out. They ran out, and the big one stopped accepting them.
because their queue was 3 hours long.
3 hours.
Imagine queuing 3 hours for the big one. We queued an hour. Like 3 hours. That is mad.
But if you're going to get these next passes, these refunded passes,
Yeah.
when are you going to choose to go?
I mean, they're valid till
Oh,
the end
yeah.
of the year. You can go whenever.
So when would you think of going?
One of their late night-
night riding.
They do.
Saturday night
They do a
riding.
10 till 10.
And fireworks.
And fireworks.
Yeah.
So I could get a lot out of this.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could get a free ticket to go back up for. I mean, I'd go for 2 days or maybe.
Which I definitely want to
Well,
try.
I'm-
as I've
and you
got
can
on
get
it.
on more
What I was
rides.
thinking-
Didn't even get on
Yeah.
Nick Streak, Avalanche.
My favourite ride, Grand National.
It was
I
closed.
didn't get on.
Everything in the summer will be on full capacity as well. Big 1 and 2 trains, Icon on 3.
100% better get that, or I am gonna make.
Yeah.
rage.
Don't take this the wrong way. Like Pleasure Beach is a good park. They just had a really bad opening.
Yeah, I'd say really bad opening.
Well, like I
but-
said to you, next time I go up, I'm actually do Pleasure Beach one day in Towers on the way home.
Oh, we done that for the KSI fight, didn't we?
Well, yeah, but we didn't go to Pleasure Beach, did we?
Well, if you had a bad day on the Pleasure Beach, at least you'd have Alton Towers to look forward to, right?
Yeah, but in the summer you won't have a bad day because everything will actually be
Exactly,
open.
and it'll be probably.
And it'll be
nice
nice weather, yeah.
Big 1 on 2.
Yeah, no 3 hour long queues
I
for the
remember
big one.
when I first got to the top of the big one, and I thought the ride was gonna blow off. It was so windy up there, and it was
To put it in context, Valhalla in the summer usually has about a 20-minute queue. It had a 90-minute queue
in February.
on the 16th of February. in February, people were queuing 90 minutes to get.
Bearing in mind the
soaked.
temperature was only 12, 13 degrees.
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
the summer, it's like 30.
Yeah.
There's people like were walking around in shorts and t-shirt, and I was like, "You mad? It's warm, but it ain't hot. Come on."
It's not summer.
It's these people like, "Oh yes, this is a holiday for us in Blackpool." Really not.
I think I'd go more often if it's closer, but that 4-hour drive on the way back,
Yeah.
you were falling asleep and you were like trying to make sure I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
I was struggling.
Ever, I wasn't struggling because I've had a good fish and chip. Well, not a good fish and chips, a bad fish
Well,
and chips that kept me awake.
I had a few drinks and some
my tummy was
chocolate
hurting.
cake and
My tummy was hurting.
Garlic
That's why I kept awake.
We only got 6 hours sleep like the night before as well.
yeah, we were out late again as well. So
That most probably didn't help.
other than that, that's pretty much the end of the weekend because you're now driving home.
Yes, back through all those lovely 50s and smart motorways and
very long.
we were
if you're
literally.
from the south and you drive up to Blackpool, you'll know what we mean. It's so.
It's when you
much
hit
effort.
junction 15 or the M6 all the way up.
But we're coming to the end now. So,
Yes.
do you want to plug your social medias because you're new here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Where can people follow you?
People can follow me at official_Matteo1. That's my Instagram, or Snapchat Matteo.g11.
Oh, plug in the
Snapchat.
snap.
Plug in the snap in case you want, anything you
We'll
want to speak.
put this in the description below.
Yeah.
You can follow me on my socials, Twitter, Instagram @_Luca Giacobbe. Yeah, that's pretty much
Or
it.
for
On my
me.
YouTube,
For
it'll be in the
me,
description.
Sammy_Jones95 on Twitter, or you can follow I put a vlog up from this weekend, and it's called just search Sam Jones Blackpool.
See what a bad weekend.
Or you can follow our official podcast channels
Yes.
on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The Infinite Adventures Podcast. Just search on Twitter. It's Infinite Advent 1 because that's what Twitter gave us.
And they won't let us change it.
Other than that, thank you very much for listening. It's goodbye from me.